And what we find there is a visual grammar. That is, Dave's pattern recognition behavior of these expressions takes place through means of this visually notated context-free grammar. Okay, so if we're up here, good. So that I call it a Sibtran grammar after David Sibbett because it was his visual language. And so some of the expressions that are possible in it are like a hollow arrow pattern or a bullet pattern or a straight arrow pattern that we've seen. And so if we go down here a little bit, the way the rule works, that's what grammars are, is sort of these lists of rules. The way the rule works for a hollow arrow pattern is that you have a piece of text, and then you have a hollow arrow with some text inside, and then any legitimate expression in the grammar on the right of that arrow. So for instance, I have, and this is a little more complex than the demo that I just gave, but we have an example up here in the right-hand corner, okay? So if I ask for a parse of this expression, why, what you will see on the screen is little flashings and boxes and things as the system actually spatially crawls around the screen and tries to find things which match the template that's been defined by the grammar. Now the result of that parse is actually a little bit different than it was when Dave was, when we were outside Dave's head, but that's okay because this is an internal representation, right? We're in Dave's head. Okay, but you can see that it has the same basic semantics, if you will, that there's a project whose name is this, which uses whatever in the middle of the arrow to accomplish, and then a recursive parse of what was on the right-hand side. Now, just to give you a final feeling for this parsing stuff, I'm going to do it once more, and this time Tony is going to keep the camera down there in the type-out window so that you can see the rules that are being fired as the parse takes place. So it thinks it's a hollow arrow pattern, so it's giving that a try. That seems to succeed, but then it finds that there's some other expression on the right-hand side. It tries that as a hollow arrow pattern, but it isn't. So then it tries a bullet pattern, and indeed, that looks like it's doing pretty well. And so then it spends a fair amount of time trying to find the last item in the bullet list. When it finds it, it then recurs and completes the parse. Okay. So that sort of gives you a quick idea of how you can program Dave, which is that you write and draw these visual rules which determine, to a large extent, his behavior as a visual agent. So finally, I'd like to summarize some of the features that contribute to Dave.